Good morning and welcome in for another vlog with myself, Darren. And it's currently 4 AM on a Tuesday morning, and that was the reason why I finished quite a good time yesterday, wasn't it? And in goes the overnight bag, because tonight is definitely going to be a night out somewhere. Where, I don't know. It could be anywhere up the M1 or the M40 or M11 or the A1. Could be anywhere, depends what time we get back. For today's little adventure, we're going down London. I've got 4 drops. I've got 2 just off the M4 on the A40. I think it's around that area anyway, Cumberland Road. So we've got 2 there. And I've got 1 in South West London. And then the last one is just by Dartford Bridge. Nice new fragrance for the truck. Picked it up the other day over at Halfords when I was getting some more caravan stuff. And to be fair, it's actually not too bad. Ultra icy it is. So you can just stay over there for a bit. And since the mornings are getting a little bit darker now, it's time to get the lights back on. You got to be driving in the right mood, haven't you? When connected up to the trailers, just make sure you double check the ride height. By law, all the trailers must have the ride height right on the headboard of the trailer. So when you hook up, make sure you take note of that. And also, change it up there as well so you got the right ride height. First things first, connect that pin. Attach the reg plate. And whilst I'm connecting up to the trailer, I'm doing the vehicle checks as well, making sure the tyre tread is all okay, there's no damage to the curtains as I'm walking around either side. Next up is the airlines. Unfortunately, probably won't be able to see them too well, but I've got a little light over in the corner so I can see in this area quite good. So I don't think the camera itself is going to be picking up what I'm actually doing down here because it might be quite dark. But that is all the airlines connected. And then next up is the legs, followed by the brake. Now we've done all our checks, we've connected up to the unit, we've got all the electrics working, so we just got to give it a final walk round just to make sure all them little side lights at the rear and all the side markers on this side are all working correctly. The first destination is 216 miles away. I'm looking about a 5-hour drive realistically with traffic. I'm going down the M6, cutting across to the M5, following it around until I get onto the M40, straight down onto the M4, which will then take me into London itself. Realistically though, I'm looking at about 11 o'clock before I do arrive at the first destination, due to, obviously I need to take a break for 45 minutes after driving 4.5 hours, and it's a 5-hour journey, so I need to make sure I count that into the journey for this morning. Traffic as well added on top of that. And a good note though, because we've got 4 deliveries, the first 2 are literally 300 yards from each other, so on the same road, nice and easy. Hopefully the first place that I go to is going to be better than it was the last time I delivered to it, because I had to drive in and then it was a really tight reverse trying to get out onto the road with traffic everywhere. So hopefully this time I could get enough space and enough time to actually make the manoeuvre to reverse into the yard instead, so then when I'm done I can just drive out nice and easy. Is it just me, or every time you see the new Cullinan trailers going around, the symbol for Cullinan actually looks like a duck? Because you've got the 2 black eyes, what are the bars of the trailer, like part of the locking mechanism, and then you got the little blue bits on the left of it, look like it's little hair or a different colour, and then you got the big beak in the middle. You can't tell me that is not a duck. I think they've done that intentionally. Put the locks where they are so it looks like 2 little eyes. I'm sorry, by the way, if I've just ruined the whole culinary thing for you now. Quick stop off at Beaconsfield, and it's absolutely hammering it down. So much for the summer weather, eh? That's break all over and done with. It's currently 11 o'clock. Still got 30 minutes left of driving till I get there. 18 miles. Traffic was a little bit heavier than expected around the Birmingham region. Over on the M6, and it was quite heavy as well near Stoke. And luckily I didn't start too early, because part of the motorway around the Stoke region was closed until around 6 o'clock in the morning. So by the time I got there, it just reopened. So if I would have got there about 20 minutes earlier, I would have had to come off at junction 16, I think it is off the top of my head, and then get back on at junction 15. Fair enough, it's not too bad, you can use the Stoke Ring Road, but still would have added a lot more time on. Right then, let's jump back onto the M40 and then come off, I think it's the M4, it pretty much just stays straight on really until we get to London. Just follow the main ring road in. My second delivery is just on the right hand side here on this business park. My first one is up on the left hand side, so I'm going to drive down this way first just to weigh up my options up, whether it's worth driving in or try and give it a reverse in, hopefully. Either way it's going to be fairly tight, and then I can have a look at the yard as well to see if it's actually clear to go straight in. Might not be that clear, to be honest with you. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. And I think it's left right where that truck is. Yeah. Yeah, right there, left hand side. So it's going to be a nice tricky one to start off the day. There is unfortunately quite a few cars behind me. So hopefully I can actually get in. Bloody hell, that's tight. Wow, it's very close on the passenger side. Take it nice and slow. Nice and slow. I'm like that far away from the cars on the passenger side. But at least it's easier to reverse in than to try and reverse out, that's for sure. Just to try and give you a little bit of a better understanding of what I've had to reverse into. Yep, and this is using a wide angle lens, by the way. So that is really, really narrow to come through there. The joys of driving away, especially around London. Keep checking all the mirrors around. At least the yard's big enough to get unloaded on both sides. It's one bonus. My word, that is ridiculous though just then. Right, that should do me there. A little bit of a different angle there for the one that I've just had to reverse into, right there. As you can see, this is the car I was talking about when I'm really close to it. You've got to bend the trailer around nice and slowly, just take your time, and then that's the road itself. Gonna be doing a right turn here, so we can go down to the next job. Hopefully the road's cleared up a little bit. We've got vans parked the way they are, quite blocking the view up ahead of the road as well for the cars that are oncoming. Oh, it's still quite tight getting out there actually. Don't know if he's trying to get in. Yeah, he's trying to get in out there. Oh, she just took out a wall. Oh, the rear trailer swing just smashed up the wall. No, don't reverse back. I would get out and help him, but it's kind of... Yeah, he's trying to move forward a little bit. If he moves forward with a right turn, he'll get that. He'll be all right. But he's cleared all that wall. My word. I mean, there's no damage to the truck, luckily. I don't really know why he was going the way he is. Is he going? I was reversing back. Okay, it's going. At first I thought he was reversing into that big yard, but I think he was trying to turn around. Go on mate, come forward. I'm just trying to creep forward so there's enough space for the cars to get past behind my trailer. Unfortunately, no accidents do happen. Nobody was there. Okay, I need to try and park over here now on the left hand side. So I've got the hazard lights on. It should just be enough space for cars to get in and out that little estate still. Job number 2 over and done with, and I'm soaking wet. I don't know why I thought it'd be a good idea today to wear shorts and t-shirt. I was slightly wrong, because yesterday was really warm, so I thought, you know what, today's not going to be too bad. Should be alright. Yeah, didn't go as planned that, did it? Absolutely soaked. Job number 3 is southwest London, and hopefully it's going to be nice, easy and okay to get there with everything that's been going on recently in London. And what is it? Where is it classed as? I think off the top of my head it's SW19. I think it's by Wimbledon. Possibly, I could be completely wrong, to be honest with you. I don't really know London too great. Even though I know all this area quite well now, because I've been here that many times doing deliveries, especially this DeSoto's. Is it DeSoto's? Yeah, something like that. Here on the right hand side, I've done that quite a few times. The way the sat nav's trying to take me, I believe it's towards Hammersmith. And then cut through that way. I don't know if that's the best way in a truck to get down. Hammersmith, then down towards Wandsworth. That way, and then pretty much just following it south, really, aren't you, towards Merton, which is not far away from the destination where I'm going to. Should be alright around that way, Hammersmith and stuff. I think if there's any protests or riots or whatever kicking off, I think it's going to be down towards more the city centre stuff, isn't it? Like your Regent roads and whatnot. I don't think it'll be near Hammersmith, so it should be alright. Always find out though, isn't it, eh? It's just gone absolutely crazy, but I'm not going to speak about any of that because we're not here for politics, are we? We're here for a drive around London. Hopefully free of traffic. Your downside though, it's all 20 miles per hour everywhere, isn't it? So that adds quite a bit of delay. I was debating whether to go round the M25 ring road, but it's saying at the moment if I cut through the way I've described that I'm going, I'll be there in 40 minutes. If I come out of London, go around the 25 ring road, then come back up, I'm looking nearly 2 hours. So it's a big difference, isn't it? And that car's a bit patient, well, impatient, should I say, to get ready. And there's a lot of road works as well on top of everything around London at the moment. So that adds quite a bit of delays as well. Road closures, etc. And just regarding that driver earlier, we knocked into the wall. You know what I mean? We're not here to judge other people's driving abilities or anything like that. You don't know how long they've been driving for. They might have passed last week, or they might have passed 5 years ago. You never know. But accidents do happen, and when you're driving around London, it's really tight. And if he was to reverse into that yard, I would have jumped out and helped him, see if he needed like a bit of a banksman or anything. But he was just doing it to spin around, really. Yeah, always try and use that as like a last option though, where possible. Try not to spin in the middle of the road. If you can, just go further up the road. You never know if there's going to be a roundabout or a bigger space to spin it or anything. So yeah, just bear that in mind, like if you're driving yourself. If it looks tight, normally it is tight. And just get out, double check your surroundings, make sure there's nothing, obstacles or anything in the way. I'll say that with everything, when you're reversing, driving, anything, just always double check your blind spots, etc. when you're going around. I think it may have been a little bit quicker driving 2 hours to go all the way around the M25 then come back in, instead of what was estimated to be 40 minutes driving through. I've been stuck here now for about 10 minutes just on this slip road alone. The only problem is you've just got lane closures everywhere, haven't you? Just try and get down the A219 towards White City. But it looks like it's literally one car or one truck at a time getting through the lights ahead. I try not to complain too much, but this is absolutely ridiculous. The lights have changed. This will be the third time now where nobody's been able to go through because the traffic is just horrendous. And there's an ambulance further down to the right with its lights on, can't even get past anybody. I don't have a clue what's happened. Don't know if there's been an accident or something, or is it just congestion with that many people trying to get through. Currently the 5th time now the lights have been on green, nobody's moved, engine's been switched off. Got a little bit more movement up to the right hand side though, so that's a good sign. So hopefully I might be able to get through next time it turns green again. Managed to get around to the next set of lights. All you can hear is just car horns going off everywhere. It is absolutely crazy. It really is. Roadworks right after where the A40 has been closed. Nobody can move anywhere. And it's quite bad timing as well for the traffic lights. Yeah, it reminded to myself next time I'd rather drive around for an hour longer instead of sat in traffic for an hour. Oh well, hindsight, eh? And now what I need to do is try and nudge myself in. I've got my right indicator on, managed to get across that crossing. I've just got to wait for a space somehow to magically appear to allow me get in. I don't think anyone wants to get me in though. The joys of driving trucks around London, eh? Just rang up the office then saying, yeah, the collection that you got for me, like a backload, it's not due for collection today, is it, by any chance? Like, no, tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, North London, or near Maidstone area, I think it might be. So that's not too bad. I think it's NW10 or something like he said. Well, I'll check the postcode later tonight anyway when I finish doing my route planning for tomorrow. Hopefully one of them will go let me in. Just edging forward slightly. I've got the indicator still on. It's been on all this time. I'm not getting in front of this van anyway, so that's alright. I'm letting him in front regardless. Hopefully the ones coming up might be able to let me in, but she wasn't, definitely. Thank you very much, Mr. BM. Or Mrs. BM, not too sure. Didn't really see who's behind the wheel. Well, a little Mini though. Oh, they was having none of it, wasn't they? I'll try and leave a little bit of a space in case anybody needs to get in and out the entrance here on the left. The amount of police cars what have gone flying past as well. Probably about 4 of them or so, just whilst we've been sat at them lights then. You've got to be keeping an eye out for them bikes on both sides. Especially when the roads do get a little bit more narrower. I know we've got a 20 miles an hour speed limit now, and we're going straight through the centre. Well, down the roads that I'm going anyway. I kind of had to go through there with an amber though, just then, because on my side of the lights you had all the no parking signs, keep clear, etc. Absolutely chaotic, isn't it, today? All the traffic and that everywhere. If you're ever driving around London as well, just make sure you keep clear signs clear as you can, because your trailer is about 40 foot behind your unit as well. So just bear that in mind. I'm sure that was a red light for the red car as well. Oh, you don't see them much around here. Old school Mustang. Wide boy tyres on it as well. Let's go move over to the left a little bit. Let these bikers through. That's a nice Mustang, that. Oh, can you hear that? Right, I need to do a right turn in a minute. I'll go around the roundabout, see what's clear. MG just pulls out. It's like the camouflage is working on the truck anyway. That works, that's good. I've got a feeling it might be a long video, this one today. Just try and capture as much as I can going through London. And I'm going to be taking a left here now towards Shepherd's Bush. Or Shepherd's Bush Road. Got a big fun fair on there as well, a big carnival. I wouldn't like to be driving some of them trailers through London. They do feel a little bit larger than your normal ones. I've been down this way quite a few times, so I quite know this road. It's not too bad. I know there's no dodgy weight limits or low bridges and stuff, so it should be smooth sailing down this area. Now then, this little section in a minute is a little bit chaotic because I need to be in the right hand lane, if I remember correctly, go around it, and then I need to jump to the left hand lane as you're going around the roundabout. And last time I came through here, there was a load of roadworks, so hopefully the roadworks are not here anymore, but I'll find out very shortly. So it's the 219 that I'm following for. It's in this lane, hopefully everybody gets out of the way of the road. And then I need to indicate to the left, but you got this car here. You see what I'm on about with the road markings though? It tells you to get in the right hand lane, and then it switches like you got to be in the far left lane. just enough space for me to sneak right in there. Don't want to get stuck on that yellow box. And I might need to take up both lanes on this left turn if I remember off the top of my head. Might be a little bit tight. Got left indicator on as well, just so no bikes or cars try and undercut me whilst I'm making that turn. So I can see them in the mirror creeping. I see you behind me, try and sneak in that little gap. Go, no, don't do it. I need to turn left here, but I need to take it pretty wide as well on this one. So I'm going to take a little bit of the bike lane, left indicator staying on, and swing it around nice and wide. Be careful with the old there, and the bike oncoming. As well as the trailer cutting that corner as well, you need to keep an eye on. Got through alright, not bad, not bad. 3.5 miles still to go though. It's not too bad from here, to be fair. Just been over Putney Bridge, that's where that was just then. And it should be quite clear going from around here, it normally is. Just taking up both lanes again. So we can do a right turn, you've got all these bollards and posts and whatnot around. So you need to make sure you take it nice and wide. And then again, for this left turn, we're going to sit in the middle, left indicator on, because this is definitely one that I can't take just by sitting in that lane. So I'm going to take it nice and wide. Honestly, if you're new to driving or anything, don't be put off using the other lane. No, he's not looking where I'm going, is he? No. Honestly, use all the space that is available for you on the road. As long as you put your indicator on so all the other drivers know what you're doing, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. And then if they undercut you, you've got your left indicator on, they go into your blind spot, you're doing a left turn, guess what? It's not your fault. So you got to think of it that way. It's kind of like they've had it coming, haven't they? If they're going in your blind spot when you're indicating left, try and make a wide manoeuvre because they're impatient, waiting, what, 30 seconds or something like that, if that? Two miles left to go. Just coming up to the place now on the left hand side, and I don't recognise the business name. Well, I've been up here a few times, but I don't think to this particular client. So I'm not too sure what the access is going to be like. I looked on Google Maps earlier on this morning, and it did look fairly unpleasant. Yeah, unpleasant, I'll say that. I've got these big bollards here on the floor, so make sure you take it nice and wide. Don't worry about that car, they'll be alright, they can wait. There we go. If you don't take it wide, as what I did from the rear axle, only just got past there actually. So that's how wide you need to take it sometimes. Thank you very much. Hopefully I can turn around up here. Hopefully they've got a big yard. KFDS. Yeah, I don't fancy reversing down here anyway, it looks quite a busy road. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm just going to park up here a second so people can still get past. I'm just going to double check on Google Maps to make sure I don't get stuck. I'm not going to lie, Google Maps doesn't really fill me with confidence because it's down the end of the road and it's a dead end at the end and it looks like I can't spin it around at the end. So, and the yard doesn't look like it can accommodate a trailer unless I reverse into it, but I need to try and reverse into it on the good side so I can get a good swing into it. Could be tricky, this one. yeah, as you can see, it's not the best. And it's the business I'm delivering to is here on the left hand side, this little grey building one, which I should be able to reverse it in hopefully. And I'm hoping I can reverse it here to the right so I can spin it round. That is the place that I need to go into, so wish me luck. There's not a lot of space there, but let's just give it our best shot, shall we? Oh, that is tight. Smell a jackknife reverse coming up. I'm keeping the axle as close as I can to the fence. And I'm starting to turn left on the steering wheel. Now back to the right. A little bit more left, back to the right. Oh, look at that first time. Left, back to the right. Tiny little bit more left. And straighten up. So I presume it's going to be a back door tip, this one. That was alright, that wasn't it? Wasn't too bad. And about there should do me. Final job is 37 miles away, looking just over an hour drive, and it's over at Swanley, which is over this way. Just on the outskirts of, well, is it classed as Kent? I think it might still be classed as Kent, but with a London postcode maybe. Anyway, just on the M25 ring road, not too bad. Correction, it's not an NW or an NE postcode like I thought it was. It is in fact a BR8, so Kent it is. Rightio then, even though it's been raining all day, it's really miserable. It is warm. It's very warm today. 21.5 degrees at the moment. Feels a little bit warmer than that, if I'm going to be honest with you. Take that nice and wide. Dropping down there. A little bit of a slalom now. Get off this estate and get on the M25 ring road, and we should be good for the rest of the day. There's them little hire bikes everywhere, isn't it, in London? They just get dumped literally everywhere. How gutted would you be though if you got one of these little bikes out, you stashed it near your workplace, and you come out of work and it's gone? You're like, oh great, I'm walking now. I guess that happens quite often, doesn't it? But saying that, there's so many just misplaced everywhere, like this one here on the left, 6 on the right hand side, another one down that alleyway as well, somebody's been hiding them. So it looks like you're quite close to another one, aren't you? And I do believe, can you get like an app so you can see where they are, etc.? I think that might be a thing, or I could be imagining it, I don't know. I do remember, oh god, probably about 6, maybe 7 years ago, me and Leanne came to London for a little overnight stay. Went to see Lion King in theatre. By the way, if you've never seen Lion King in the theatre, it is a must see. It really is. It's so good. Absolutely loved it. We got the train down instead of driving, so we had to jump on the tubes. And where was that? I think it might have been Oxford, around that region. We've got one of these little hire bikes, and yeah, took them out for a spin. It was quite fun. Quite a good little day out it was. Loved it. Personally though, I'll probably drive down next time instead of getting the train or anything if I do come to London again. It's just easier, isn't it? You might have to pay a little bit of charges and stuff, but the train, they just overcharge you at the moment. Luckily a big yellow box has helped me out. Because that lady on the other side of the box, she was trying to put her foot down and then to close that gap between herself and this van. But no, I've got a bigger vehicle, unfortunately, love. I hate saying that like, 'cause I don't like bullying people and stuff like that, but when you're in London, you've got to drive that little bit more, I wouldn't say aggressive, it's more defensive, isn't it? You just got to put yourself there, say, look, I'm in a bigger truck, I need the space, I need the turn. You have to wait a little bit, unfortunately. Well, it's got to be done. It's like when you see the bus drivers. Now they're like next level, aren't they, the bus drivers around here, but they get used to it, don't they? Where they've literally pushed themselves out. 'Cause if you don't, you go there all day long, aren't you? Nobody's going to let us out, let's be honest. Now, unfortunately, I've got a red car parked right across the way here. So it might be a little bit tricky for me to get over. Oh God, where do this appear from? Let's check your blind spots. I've got a right indicator on, let these two vans pass. Third one's let me in. Bonus. I think the roads get a little bit bigger anyway in a second. I've just been speaking to the office and it turns out the last delivery has been cancelled now until tomorrow morning at 7 AM. So that's not too bad. So all I need to do now is try and find somewhere half decent to park up for the night. I'm thinking Thurrock services. It's not really too far away from Swanley where I need to be going tomorrow morning, and obviously got all the facilities, etc., and then work pay for it as well, so it's not too bad. And also I get a £10 food voucher at them services, which is a win-win. And most of our showers, got quite half decent showers there. I was thinking to myself just then, it's going to be quite a short little vlog this one, but I think when I was doing the editing earlier, I was on about an hour. So it might be a long one in the end. So the next thing we need to do is just park up for the night. Yeah, this is happening right now, traffic. I mean, it's 20 to 4. I've had to pull over, take another little bit of a break, 15 minutes, due to the working time directive from when I had the break this morning, 6 hours ago nearly. Oh, it would have been longer than 6 hours, shall I say, if continued straight down towards Thurrock. But yeah, stuck in a bit of traffic right now instead. So I was lucky I did take a break when I did. I think I've done about 4 miles, if that, in the last half hour or so. Really heavy. I'm not too sure what's happened, but something's happening on the M25 at the moment. Really don't know what's happening. Hey, because it can't be just congestion at this time of day. It's currently 20 past 4 now. And it's quite luckily really that this collection's been, this delivery has been replanned for tomorrow instead, because I'm not going to be getting there before 5, that is definitely for sure. It's currently saying 4:45, which is a 45-minute delay than what it was originally. That's how much time I've been held up really in this queue right now. And I've still got to get to Thurrock yet. So I'm coming up to 12 hours and 25 minutes as well, being in work. A little bit of a change of plan. Instead of actually going towards Dartford, because the traffic's just horrendous at the moment, and it'll take quite a while, and you've got to go through Dartford Tunnel and then come back on Dartford Crossing tomorrow morning, I found on different services, I say found, I just come across it. It's just like nobody knows about this place. It's so secret. What's it called? Clackett Lane Service Station. So Clackett Lane Service Station, I'm staying here tonight. I've got quite a good spot as well. So the services are just there. So I've got a nice little short walk. And in the morning, I could just drive and go straight out. I can probably guarantee there's going to be a truck right in front of me, and there's going to be one part here, which is a hatched area. But at 5 or 6 o'clock at night, you got to pull over where you got to pull over, haven't you? So I'm expecting somebody to be there as well. So first things first, let's explore this little road chef. It's a Snap account as well, which is good. So the business are going to be paying for it. It don't come out of my pocket. Should get a food voucher as well, so winning. And let's check out what the facility is like as well, if the shower's going to be any good or not. The first impressions don't look too bad. Quite fancy that, isn't it? So that's really interesting. It's like a Roman villa nearby. I think it's like a museum or something. I think I might have actually seen this on, is it Time Team? Real big WH Smiths, Costa, Leon, chopsticks. Probably have that for tea tonight. And then I got a Macca's for the morning. Got the £10 food voucher all sorted. Instead of going for the chopsticks, I've actually gone for smoky paprika from Leon, just over there. It seemed a little bit better as well, because when I went to the noodle place, they had no noodles, they had no rice, and then they asked him how long the chicken's been there. He said about 12 o'clock, so 5 o'clock gone. Don't fancy eating that. Already this place is pretty much full, all the way down. And just like that, that is me done for the night. Finished the edit for today's vlog. In the corner of the service is just out of the way, enjoying a white hot chocolate with a shot of gingerbread, by the way. If you've never done it, it's really worth doing it. So I am going to leave the video there. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Take care. Bye for now.